Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Gainer Gossip. I am Pluto, and with me, as always, is.
Hey guys, it's Ginny here.
And today we're joined by one of Ginny's friends. So why don't you go ahead and do the introduction, babe?
Yes, this is my amazing best friend Tasha. She's done a lot of great stuff in acting. She has her own book out as well, and I'm so proud of her. Tasha, if you want to tell a little bit about yourself.
I will. Thank you. Oh my God, Pluto and Jenny, thank you so much for inviting me. I love you guys so much.
We love
And
you.
so, but yeah, so I do have a book out called Be You and Step Into Your Season. And basically what it is, it's a self-healing journey book. So it has B as in boy, T sessions. It also has journal prompts and different Bible scriptures, and it's an amazing book, if I should say so myself. And the reason why I decided to start this book is because um, I had to heal from a lot of things, and tragedies, loss, whether it be life loss or you lose a loved one or whatever the case may be, or you might just be a broken hearted. Somebody might just walk out of your life and your relationship is over with, or you lost your job or something like that. And I've actually experienced all of those, and so that's what made me just say, once I think I was laid off, right, for one of my jobs when I couldn't afford um I couldn't afford therapy at one point. And so that's when I was like, okay, I can't choose between paying my bills and my healing. So that's when I decided to do what we call CBT sessions, where it's actually like self therapy. And so, between going through my journals and writing that down and writing, just having different journal prompts and just listening to different prayer calls and that sort of thing, that's what really actually started to jumpstart my healing process. And I also have a podcast, so you can have me in your pocket. You can have me. And it's called Hello World Podcast, and it's an all of the your favorite podcast network, Apple, Spotify, you name it, it's there. And yeah, we're in our ninth season, and I'm just so excited about that. And I wear a lot of different hats. I'm an entertainer, I'm an actress, um, I'm a life and health insurance professional, and I just want to use every gift that's been given to me. And I've just been blessed to have met Jenny and I met Pluto. And
Oh.
I'm just I'm just excited. I'm so excited. And but yeah, that's my introduction. That's me. So
And I
Awesome.
love that. I love that you do so many different things and it's all like helping people. Like you're writing, wrote the book. That helps a lot of people. A lot of people can resonate with that. Act in certain things. It's like certain acting roles. People feel connected to that. Like everything you do with like their certification as well, you're helping people. So it like that you're sharing all those gifts with God, like from God. I mean, because I feel like a lot of us that like are into this like entertainment and just like charismatic people. We're the type of people that want to help people and like really be out there doing so much with our lives, not just like doing a job we're not passionate about. We have to be passionate about what we're doing and help others. So that's what inspires me about you is the fact that like, and I've told you this before, that you inspire me because you do so. You're gonna make me cry. You do so much, and you do so well at what you do, but you're also such a kind-hearted person and you like don't let it get to your head, like you really humble too. And I think that that is amazing.
I think you inspire me so much, Jenny. It's like from day one, we just clicked and we were just sisters from then. Like I don't even
Yes.
I see you as a sister, and
I know,
it's
me too.
so amazing just to have like our vibes and how we connect and everything.
Yeah.
And I'm just I don't know. I'm just in a great place in my life. And I just want to do all my gifts and share all my gifts into the world where, it helps someone. And the book is out, it's on ebook right now, but we're also working on the print books. So the actual print edition and the audio.
Nice.
And with the print edition, what we're working on is actually having a journal to go with the print edition. So it's going to be
Oh.
and I pray over it and the prayer oil and all that, and add a journal because it has journal prompts in the book, and then you have a journal to write in. So just have
Oh,
that.
that's awesome. That's
So
a really cool idea.
so thank you. So we're actually on that, and I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys like it. And I really, if anything, I hope it blesses people, and I hope it helps them with their healing process. Because for me, I was in an extremely dark place,
Mm-hmm.
extreme dark place,
Yeah.
where it was like suicidal. I know you guys don't know this, so this is like, whoa, didn't know that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was at a point where I was just like, I don't know about this life thing. And I never told anybody because I never want to worry anyone. So that's when
Yeah.
I really honestly, truly just jumped. I would say I just really went into a spiritual journey. And I mean, I told my husband, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
and I just kind of like, don't be alarmed. But I kind of been having these thoughts, and I know these are not the thoughts I want. And
Yeah.
yeah, and that's what really, because after my sister passed, which Jenny knows about, you
Yeah.
know, my sister passed. She was 36 due to COVID complications. It's just like back to back passings, and then add up past traumas, and not really getting too dark and too grim, but just to kind of like just to shorten it, it's just like with all that going on, I was just kind of like,
Yeah.
this. But I was just like, you know what? I do want to heal, and I don't want to have these thoughts, and I don't want to have it to the point where I make a permanent decision off a temporary feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love
And
that. I love that expression. I like
yeah, thank you. No, I didn't want to do that because I didn't want to have anyone to grieve and anything like that because of my.
Yeah, 100%.
So I was just like, you know what, let me take this time off. Let me really find a situation where I can actually can start the healing process. And the healing journey is indeed a journey. It is not
Yeah.
uh, it's a marathon, it's not a sprint. And so, you
Right.
know, like even now I'm in my healing journey, but I'm in a better place. And I actually found this app. It's called the Bloom app. And that's when I started my CBT sessions. I don't get paid for this, but I need to hit up Bloom because I'm gonna put you on some game. Like it's really like the app is very inexpensive. It's like maybe like $4.99, but I'm really using it for free. And really they have recorded video sessions, and they have journals, like journal prompts and that sort of thing. And I do it every night, and
Nice.
I just get my feelings out, and I dump my feelings,
Mm-hmm.
and have different soothing sounds and different techniques. And that's actually what the book was inspired, was because of the Bloom app. Because and you can just download the app, and then um you do your journal prompts, and you do your exercising and that sort of thing. And it really helped me out, because if you don't have the finances or the resources to actually get the healing that you need,
Yeah.
then it's kind of like you're burying that, and it's like that's not really healthy, because it's not going anywhere until we address it. So
Yeah, 100%. And I never knew that. Like, I would have been freaking out if I would have known that you were having those thoughts because, you're one of my best friends, you're my sister. Like, I would have been like, listen, we need to talk, to help you. Like, and I know I was there for you, but I'm saying, like, I would have, if I would have known that, I would have done, I don't know what I would have done. I would have freaked out. But I'm really glad that you're okay now. And that just shows like what a strong person you are, that you took that and like turned it into like writing this book and healing and helping yourself. And I think what you said resonates with me a lot, and a lot of other people too. That I think like a lot of people think, like, especially people like me and you that are really bubbly and happy all the time, that we're
mhm,
100% like, that we're 100% okay all the time, that we're 100% happy, because they see that perceived notion of us always happy.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah,
it's not that we don't love life, and it's not that we're not happy, but it's the fact that a lot of people like us, or in the entertainment field, that they think are happy, are also going through a lot of internal struggles that we don't show people, that we
yeah,
hide. And I
absolutely.
Yeah, and I like that because me knowing you and the happy, optimistic person you are, it's like I knew you were going through some things, but if somebody just randomly met you and didn't know you, or randomly met me or whoever that was happy, they would think we're 100% okay. Like, oh, well, they live the perfect life, this and this and this, but they don't
Mhm.
understand, like, we all have demons and struggles.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. Absolutely.
I
Yeah.
mean, I mean, just look at any of the celebrities that died recently. Rob Williams, Chester Bennington, Avicii, and now Jason David Frank, who was one of the original Power Rangers. Like, they all committed suicide, and
Yeah.
none of
Yeah.
them had it. Like,
So
I mean,
sad.
no one, everyone was shocked what had happened because they were all like pretty positive people, like the day
Yeah.
to
Hmm.
day. So like, you never really know
Yeah.
what people are struggling with.
And that's
That
why
is
mental health is so important. And I'm glad that you didn't just push it down and be like, okay, like, no, I'm fine. I'm not even gonna think about it. You didn't do that. Like, you saw, like, these are issues I'm having, and I'm gonna do something to help that by getting on the app, by writing. Like, and that takes a really strong person to do that, because a lot of people will just push it to the side and try not to think about it because they see mental health as like taboo. And I
yeah.
know, but like, mental health is so important. It really is.
Extremely. And I think that's for me. Um, I just didn't want I just didn't want that. I said, no, I know that that's not my path. I don't
Hmm.
wanna I feel like
Yeah.
this, but give me like 6 months to a year, I might not feel like that. I might not feel like that the next day. And so I was just like, um, and I know a lot of times when we're going through that we feel like it's a permanent forever thing, and it's not.
Yeah.
No matter how long it takes, you will see that breakthrough. And so I just really decided to go into this spiritual journey. I really prayed a lot. I really lived in the church. I really prayed. I really had my journal where I have a healing journal where I just write down my thoughts and what I want to
Yeah.
change.
Hmm.
But I don't want to change anything about myself, I don't think. But I just what I want to improve, how I want to
Yeah.
heal from. Um, how am I feeling? How am I feeling with these losses? What am I going to do to be able to heal from those losses? And just taking it day by day. Like a lot of times when
Yeah.
we're going through so much pain and so much change, because we all have went through these last 3 years has been hell and trash.
Yeah.
So
You're facts.
so we all are going through, some type of change, some type of loss, some type of pain. And so it's just basically, what do we want out of our life in this life that we've been
Hmm.
given? What do we want out of this life? And if it's something
Yeah.
that we don't about it, we can change it. We can change. We can
Yeah.
take time to change our lives. And it might not be like right away, but we can do it. Absolutely.
100%. And like, with I know you probably don't want to talk too much about it, but with the loss of your sister, I know that she's proud of you. I know that she's proud because you're you're gonna make me cry again. Tasha, you always do this to me.
Right.
I know she's proud of you because I know that she's seeing how strong you are and that you're
Hmm.
gonna change so many people's lives, and she's watching you from heaven, just like I hope my grandma is watching me from heaven and proud. And she's watching you from heaven, and I know that she's proud of everything that you're doing, and she's still with you. You know what I mean?
I do feel like that. I do feel like, and honestly, that's what gives me peace is because I know that they're with me. My sister's with me, my aunt and my grandma
Yeah.
are with me, and so I'm okay. I'm at peace. Of course, I miss them. Of course, I miss
Hmm.
life with them on this side. On this side.
Yeah. Yeah.
Same- Um, at the same time, I know that they don't no longer have to suffer, and that's the main thing for me. But
Yeah. That's so true. That's
mhm,
so true when you look at it like that. I mean, that's the same with my grandma. Like, I know I lost my grandma a while ago now, but obviously I know she's still always with me. And I know that, she's not suffering through the heart problems that she had to go through. And when it got
mm,
really bad with her heart, and she only had, I don't want to quote this, but I believe it was 10%, maybe 7% of her heart. And she was going through things. I'm just happy now. And my grandpa's there with her now too. And like, losing my grandpa was also very hard. I know
yeah,
I don't mention that a lot, but I was very close to my grandpa and my grandma. It's just I always
mhm,
think about my grandma because we were very connected. Um,
right.
but but you're right. You're 100% right. They don't have to suffer anymore. And I think that's the biggest thing of all to think about when it comes to that like type of situation.
Absolutely. And I think too, like I think that when we make a decision to heal, it's so much better because now it's a choice. It's something that we have control over. I think that
Yeah.
sometimes dealing with a lot of pain and different things like that that's beyond our control, I really focus on healing myself because I want to be the best version of myself. And I created the book because I wanted people to be the best version of themselves.
Hmm.
That
I love that.
to use that pain as a testimony, to use that pain to actually help other
Yeah.
people get through whatever they're going through, and they don't have to waste their pain. And I wanted to
Yeah.
write, and I used that during that dark period of my life is when I actually wrote the book because I wanted people to be able to relate and be like, okay, yeah, she went through that. This is how she got through it. Okay, I
Yeah.
can do. And then they can actually write it down. It's something about when you write it down and you can manifest, right? You can manifest
Yeah.
what you want and how you want your life to be. Like, let's say if you're broke, right? I don't believe in saying the word broke. I just feel like you're pre-rich, right? You're
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, it's true.
not broke. You're just not there yet, but you're gonna be rich, right?
Right.
So when you're in your pre-rich days, right? You can say, "Oh, I don't like this situation." Then you can say, "Okay, I don't like this situation right now, but I can get from my pre-rich days to my rich days." You know what I'm saying? Like I can
Yeah.
bring some extra money in, and how can I bring some extra money in? Like how can I manifest the life that I want, right? Because we're
Right.
supposed to live abundantly, right? We're not always
Right.
supposed to. So it's like, okay, how can I live a life where, or how can I manifest this life, right? And it's
Yeah.
something about when you write it down and you make it plain. So you go in your journal and you write it down and you say, hey, okay, I want this, and this, right? So for
Right.
my station, I'm like, okay, I want a white Jeep. I want a white Jeep. I'm going
I
to get
love that.
I'm getting a Jeep Wrangler. I want a white Jeep. And it doesn't always have to be materialistic, which mine is, but you don't have to be materialistic. I
Right.
I want a white Jeep. I want a career where I'm more at peace, where I can help people. I want, a little bit more money in my account. I want to be around people who's gonna love me unconditionally and they
Yeah.
self me instead of tolerate me. Like we can write down and manifest the things that we want. Like we don't have to just if it's a life that we don't like, or if it's something about ourselves we want to improve, we can change that. Okay,
Hmm.
let
Yeah.
me eat healthier. Let
Yeah.
me do some exercising. We can make the change. The main thing I want to just tell people is just that anything you want in this life, you can get it.
Yeah. That's so
You
true.
for sure. You can for
You got me tearing up again. You're so
I
inspirational,
mean, they
man.
even say that like anything you do becomes a
No.
habit after a month. If you just push through and get that first month done, then it sticks. Trust me, I've done
Well,
I've done that and had it happen, then let go for a week and have it fall back off. So you just gotta stay on top of it, and
yeah.
it
And I
becomes
wanted to
habit.
tell, no, you're 100% right, babe. And you too,
Mhm.
Tasha. And I wanted to tell you this for the longest time, but I don't think I just ever got the chance to. But when we were talking before, you helped me so much because when we were talking before, when I was trying to pursue music,
Yeah.
and I was passionate about it, but I was more passionate about acting. And you told
Okay.
me just put yourself out there on social media and just do that or whatever. You were like the person to like inspire me to really start like being dedicated to putting myself like on like TikTok and social media, like being, because we talked about that and you're like, you just got to build a platform. And remember, we had that whole discussion. And
Yeah.
I'm not trying to make you cry, but it's for real. Like, because you helped me with like, because you're right, like we can manifest anything. And at the time, I wasn't like, I wanted it, but I wasn't like working towards it. I wasn't grinding at it. And we had that conversation and it completely flipped my mindset because I think I had like 2,000 followers at the time or whatever. And you're like, just keep putting yourself out there, just keep doing what you do, be yourself, people are the fan base and all that. And you helped me because you made me realize like if we really truly believe it and we grind and do it, we can make
Yes.
anything happen. I mean, you've proven that. I mean, you wrote your own book, you've been on awesome shows, like you've done awesome things in the industry, like you're still doing amazing things. Like you've proven people that they can do what they want, like the unbelievable, you know? So manifestation is huge, and I'm big on that too. Like, and lately, like especially this year, I have been like manifesting things to happen, like good things for like family, friends, and then on top of that, like myself, like like you said, sometimes you gotta manifest what you want. So I manifest like I want to be verified on TikTok. That's one of my manifestations, but someday it may happen.
It
So
will.
it's but you just inspire me a lot. And I know you said I inspire you too. And I think we just inspire each other because we really care about each other and we generally want each other to succeed, you know?
Absolutely. And I also want to say with Pluto, that is something I'm going to add to my healing journal because like he said, if he said 30 days, right? And
Yeah.
get to
Yeah.
have days, I am going to actually do that. Get off of here. Tomorrow, I'm actually going to start a habit and start it for 30 days. That is
Hmm.
amazing. Pluto, you better drop them gems. You like I never even knew that. I never knew that it takes 30 days to create a habit.
Yeah,
And so
it takes a lot longer to create that habit than it does to drop it. You can easily, if you take like a week off something, you'll probably lose motivation. It'll go away. But if you like
Yeah.
build up that first 30 days, then when you go to do it afterwards, it becomes a little more routine. Makes it a lot
Yeah.
easier.
And Pluto helped me with that a lot because a lot of times I would do stuff and then just like stop doing it.
yeah.
And Pluto was like, you just got it. It's with working out, it's with, content, whatever you want. You just gotta keep doing it because once you do it, even with eating, like Pluto, you're
Mhm.
really inspirational too, because like, you know,
Yes.
thank you, Tasha. Because like, oh, Pluto's getting nervous now or shy. No, I'm just
Nah, I'm
kidding.
not shy. I'm fine.
Yeah, you're inspirational too. You really are because like there's so many things like just like how you wanted to be in D&D and you stuck with that and you built like a community around that and now you're playing in like top games. You've connected with amazing people in the community and that's like your goal and like you push so hard, for what you want and you work every day and grind for what you want and you stay dedicated to it and that's really inspirational.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Like that right there is so inspiring, just knowing that he saw what he wanted and he's going after it. Like he's
Yeah.
aggressive going after it. Like I just love being around people like that, where they're aggressive about their goals. They're like, hey, this is what I want to do. I'm going to do that. I am going to accomplish.
Yes.
That makes me, even if I get weary, you get weary. And just being around someone like Pluto that's just like, you know what? I am going to do this and I am not going to stop until I complete that goal. That's everything. Like to me, that's life. Cause it's
Yeah.
like
A
I
hundred
get
percent.
I be like, I get weak and I say, okay, you know what? If he can do it, I can do it. It takes
Right.
3.5.
Mhm.
We're gonna start.
And Pluto helped me so much because like Pluto will give it to you straight. And that's one thing I do love about them is
Oh,
like Josh like, oh yeah. Because like Pluto said to me one time when I was doing the music, they could tell because I love music, but acting is for sure my passion. But I felt like down
you know,
about like my last
we
agency.
we we made a whole schedule when
Yeah.
she was doing her music, and
Yeah.
during the blocked off time for her music, I'd walk in and she'd be watching TV and be like, "What are you doing? You're not doing your shit at all."
Yeah,
Like,
and Pluto gave it to me straight. When I first was gonna go into acting, Pluto was like, "Are
okay.
you actually gonna be dedicated to it? Are you actually gonna do it?" And then when
Yeah,
I, yeah,
Reggie's the same way. That's how I can dig the directness because Reggie's
yeah,
very no nonsense. What are we doing here?
mm-hmm,
Are you gonna stick with this or what are we doing here?
mhm.
So I love the directness because it keeps you on your toes and it keeps you
yeah,
going.
for
Yeah.
sure. And I feel like sometimes we need to hear that because all of us, that's why we need to be around like-minded people like ourselves. And I really do believe that because I believe the company you keep really is your mindset,
Mm,
Yeah,
if
for
you're
yeah,
hanging out
sure.
with people that aren't going to motivate you or dating somebody or married to somebody who's not motivating you, you're just going to get in the same patterns as them, you know?
exactly. You're right. Iron sharpens iron. Like you really do have to be around people who is going to motivate you and going to lead you to where you want to be. Absolutely. And that's another thing. That's another path for manifestation. I can't talk. Manifestation. Like it's being around the people and having your own community, having your own tribe that's going to lead you there. Like there's going to be times when you're going to get weak mentally and physically, and you have your tribe to lean,
Mm-hmm.
to rely on. So yeah, for sure.
Right. Yeah, because I feel like as humans, we're all like, there could be one time, right, where I'm weak mentally and you're doing good. And then you're motivating me, or Pluto's motivating me. And then one time where I'm doing good and you guys are struggling, and then I'm going to motivate you. It's like, that's why that tribe is so important. Because
Oh
if you're around people that aren't motivating you or don't really support you or jealous of you or whatever, then
yeah.
that's bad, because it's going to make you fail in life, you know?
Mhm. Absolutely. Yep. Absolutely. I love you guys' setup, by the way. Woo!
Oh, thank you. I love your background. You like my tickets?
Yeah, I do. I picked one. Thanks.
That's gonna be, you're gonna star in the premiere of a new movie.
That's what I gotta claim it. You better claim it.
Yes.
I manifest it. Yeah.
Okay, so
You
we've been gassing each other up for a good 26 minutes. Do we want to get into some questions now?
Oh,
know,
I didn't even.
We're good. I love it.
No, you know what's crazy is the fact that Tasha
It makes
answered.
it a lot easier when we don't have to we can just talk. So that's also
Yeah,
good. But
yeah.
I know you have some questions you usually like to ask too,
Oh
babe.
yeah,
So
yeah.
okay.
No, whatever's good for me. But Tasha actually answered like two of my questions without me even asking them. That's how we're on the same page. Like we're on, we're connected.
We are connected.
Because one of my questions was what exactly for life, for life. What one of my questions was, what made you want to write a book? You already answered that. So
Okay.
this is a good one though. This is a good one. I really like this one. This is just like a fun one kind of thing. If you could live in any time period for a week, what would it be and why?
The 30s.
Ooh, that's a fun time.
Yes. I love the 30s. I love the way they dress, their hair. It's so glam.
It is.
I would
That's
love
time of the flapper dresses too, right?
I would love like the 30s, the like that 30s, 40s. Oh no, the 50s.
I was like the 30s, 40s though. That's like right after the Great Depression.
Oh,
But it's still
I
a
don't
fun
know.
time.
I don't know. Things be tough.
now that he like that, I'm like, oh yeah, it was. Because I'm thinking about the fashion sense. Like I'm thinking about
Yeah.
Yeah,
where
Great
they were
Depression was 29, and then I think it was pretty shitty up until World War II in the mid 40s when
Really?
yeah, so
Oh.
oh man,
See,
well.
I like the fashion too. I always think about that, like the flapper dresses and the parties that they went to, and
nah.
like
I'm not
Yes.
going to the past. I'm not giving up any of my technology. I'm good.
it's only for a week.
I
And
don't
what
want
you
to
said about
know.
and
Before
what,
we
it's only for a week. And what you said about the 50s, I actually agree with that. I love the 50s. Like I think the
yeah,
50s, Tasha, is so cool.
so cool. Like, cause I don't know when the Marilyn Monroe like era was. I don't know if that was like the 50s, 60s, but it's just how that
Yeah.
Hollywood glam, the way they wore their
Yes.
dresses.
Yes. Like the old
Oh,
school Hollywood.
yes,
I
like
love that.
that right there. If I could step into a time like that, because I actually
Mm-hmm.
did a period piece, like that. It was like the 50s, and I was so in love with
Ooh.
that lipstick, polka dot dress. They did your little hair, the flower. Oh,
That sounds amazing. It would be so fun to star like in like a top like hot like old school Hollywood movie.
yes.
That
That
would be
that.
cool.
What about you, Jenny? What period piece would you do?
That's a good question actually. Because I really like the 50s too a lot. And if this is for a week, let me think. I'm thinking. I would say maybe okay. I would say maybe the 70s actually.
Oh
Because
yes,
yeah, the
yeah,
70s is
bell
very like
bottom.
hip. Yeah. And like the hip,
Now
Yes.
just send me 100 years.
dancing
Just send me 100 years forward. We'll see what's going
forward.
on. Yeah, we'll see what's going on.
Now that would be cool too. If you could go into the future, I would want to go into the future and see like some things they got going on.
Mm-hmm. get
The
you prepared,
flying cars.
right?
Yeah,
Mm.
like way into the future, like well into like maybe like 500 years from now, you could just see like what's going on, and
Yeah.
that would be really interesting actually too. You would love that, Pluto.
Mm-hmm.
Pluto
Yeah.
loves his technology.
I really do.
Oh, I love the fact that, because okay, if he's into the tech, like the tech world,
Mm-hmm.
that he helps you, with the tech, because I'm not a techie person at all. So that's good that like he can.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope. That's super dope.
Yeah. And like that's oh, sorry, go ahead, Tasha. I didn't mean to interrupt you, girl.
No, you didn't. Go ahead. Mm-mm.
Okay. I was saying like that's what's so funny is like I actually am okay. I don't tell a lot of people this. I think I told you this because we're best friends, but maybe I didn't even tell you this because I don't typically tell people this. I am actually a really big tech nerd. Like when I do like tech, you didn't know that either. I feel like a lot of people don't like for instance, like if say I'm working a job and I was doing my one job, I was doing marketing for they're like, can you learn automation? Like how to automate emails and go into the behind the scenes Infusionsoft. And I've never done it before, but I'm really good at like codes and technology that like if somebody gives it to me, I can pick it up in like a half hour to an hour if they explain it to me very well. But I actually am a big tech geek. Like I was originally going to go to MIT like after high school, and then I didn't because I wanted to create my own video game. Like I used to really want to do that.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that's real
Yeah.
nice. Eddie, I didn't know that. I did not know you wanted to create your own video game. That you're a tech nerd. That's awesome. That's dope. That
Thank
you.
you.
I'm not a tech person, so when I can call you, Jenny, and be like, Jenny, how do you do X,
Oh
Y, Z?
yeah.
I
Yeah. Yeah. I got
Jenny,
you. Yeah.
I've been called, instead of stressing myself out, I could have been called you, be like, how do you?
Yeah. Like if you need help with anything technology, like I got you, dude. Like I know
That's
all the tech. Yeah.
that's so dope. I'm so happy.
Tosh, like I'm gonna be calling you like every day now. You set this up for me.
Please.
I got you. I
Please.
got you.
This number one rule, 80% of the time, just restart it, and it usually works. That's like the first thing anyone will tell you. Just
That's
restart it
true.
first.
Sometimes with technology, that is true. If you restart
Mm.
it. But yeah, what I really liked about my one job, I'll say this real quick, is the fact that when I did the marketing job, I actually really love being behind the because you know how like if you get an email, say from Rue 21 or like I'll say a more popular store like Bath and Body Works, you get emails from them, like automated emails, like we have this sale going on, we have this sale going on. Well, my job was at my other job, part of it was I was the one to get into Infusionsoft, which is an automated campaign. So I could
Okay.
trigger when the emails came out to people. So like I know,
Mhm.
like say for me, like say like I want to like, which I don't do this, but say like for you it'd be good because you're like a book author. Like say you want to get an email list and tell people like my book's coming out then. If you
Okay.
get a program like Infusionsoft, you can set up the automated when the automated emails are going to come out and schedule them to come out based off of when things are coming out.
Yeah, there's a
You got.
lot of cool stuff like that. I want to get I want to get a they have Steam Decks that
I
you can get
got
for
you,
your
girl.
computer, and you can like have it like tied into your OBS and stuff for streams and everything. And like when you go live,
Yeah.
you can press one button and it'll post on all your socials that you're live for you, and you don't have to do anything. And then you can do all the
Yeah.
transitions and all the different stuff you need to do during the stream just on this little like it's like a little square thing with a bunch of buttons on it that you can program to do
Yeah.
different stuff.
Yeah. I'm here for that, Pluto. I'm
Yeah,
here for
I need to
Yeah.
get one. It would make my life so much easier.
That is
It's on
really
my list of
nice.
stuff to get soon.
Yeah, MailChimp's good too because like for my one job, I was making my boss newsletters through MailChimp. So you
Okay.
design the stuff through MailChimp. MailChimp's kind of the same way. It's a little bit easier to use than Infusionsoft because you just
Yeah.
hit like one button and like say like you have this event coming up. It'll send it to your whole email list and then you can trigger another one to another reminder, but you don't have to do it yourself. Just it's automatic. So it does it on its own. Kind of like how if you use Hootsuite to schedule out your Instagram posts, it'll schedule out your Instagram post. You don't got to post anything. I don't use it, but my old boss used it. So like we would use Hootsuite and her Instagram post would be scheduled out for like a month and she would never have to post any of her Instagram posts. Just use Hootsuite and they would just post on their own.
Wow. Now that right there, that's dope.
Yeah.
And I need that. Wow.
Yeah. I need that too. Shoot. I don't use that. I'm like, I need that. Hootsuite's kind of expensive though. But it is worth it, especially if you are an author or have like a business. You know what I mean?
No, you and Pluto are definitely dropping gems right now because there's a lot of people that don't know that, right? And they're
Yeah.
or they jump, kick and start their brands, and but they might still be working a corporate job, or in a corporate America, and but they
Yeah.
still doing their brand too, and then it's just kind of like, oh, so
The light.
it's kind of like to have them to help them out, or just an entrepreneur, like a 24/7 entrepreneur that just don't know where to start. You
Yeah.
guys are definitely like dropping gems right now because it's nothing worse than, okay, I'm starting this entrepreneur situation, and like, okay, now what do I do? How do I
Mm.
do this? Now I feel
Yeah.
overwhelmed. You know what I'm saying? So this
Right.
right here is great. I hope
Thank
I
you.
hope you guys got y'all notebooks and pens and y'all writing and manifesting.
Yeah, you're like, you better be writing this stuff down to help y'all. No, thank you. Thank you. I wanted to ask you a question because it's actually a huge question. And I think I already kind of know this, but I know the audience doesn't know it. Where did it go? I want to make sure I ask it right. Oh, yeah. What made you, and I think I already know this, I may not know the exact answer, but what made you really want to get into like not flipping the side from the writing, like to the acting? What made you want to do like acting stuff? Like what made you into the entertainment industry? Like when you were little, is there something that like triggered that, or is it just something that like just randomly happened? Like what made you want to like be in the entertainment world, I guess I could say, because that could cover like being a talk show host, that could cover acting, that could cover, writing, like in that whole realm. Like what made you like be artistic in that entertainment realm?
Okay, yeah. So, I would say I got the acting bug when I was about to start college. It was my freshman or sophomore year, but I wanted to be an actress then. And you had the most the ones that I love the most: Holly Berry, Jennifer Lopez,
Oh
all
yeah.
ones, right? And I would see them, Jennifer Lopez and Selena, and then you have Holly Berry with all her movies, and now it's Taraji P Henson. Just it's so many great actresses and stuff that actually had me like, oh, I want to be one, I want to be an actress too. But when I got the acting bug, and then what made me trans into like modeling and all that, because my twin sisters, actually we had a convention that came to my hometown of Shreveport, Louisiana. And so they came, they bugged and worried my mom to death. Now, worried my mom to life. So fast going back, my mom wanted to be a model, but she
Oh
had
wow. You're like, ah.
so she had me at 18, at the tender age of 18. So she gave up on her dream to take care of me. Don't that sound depressing? So she gave that up, but it resurfaced because they want to be a model, and I kind of like, I don't know,
Yeah.
modeling thing. I mean, you got to worry about your looks too much. I like to eat, so But
You're beautiful. Stop.
I don't know about that. But so at a convention, they picked them or whatever, and they had to go to modeling school, and they went to convention, and they traveled and all that. And so I was thinking to myself, I said, okay, well, if modeling can kind of somewhat get me to acting, I'll do a little modeling here from there, and then
Yeah.
it like you say, you can go in different realms in the entertainment world, which I didn't know that. But I went to my classes in college, and we actually was in this acting group where we traveled and done a lot of plays, where we just did tours doing plays. And I fell in love with it. And so after that, I was just like, okay, I'm going to go into business and get a business degree. But yeah, when I graduate, I'm going straight to California, and I'm finna come do this full time. So yeah, so I went to California, and that was fun. And I've learned a lot. I definitely
Yeah.
learned about myself when I went to LA. I learned a lot about the business side of it, because I didn't know the business side. I knew that the fun side, I want my name and lights and camera action, but I didn't know the business side. And so when I went to
Right.
LA, that's when I learned how to network. That's how I learned how to push my own brand out there, and just learned that if you build, they will come. You don't
Yeah.
have to wait for an agent. It's nice to have an agent, they can do the paperwork and that sort of thing. It's nice if that's what a person wants to do, but you don't have to wait for that. You can build, and all that will come. All the agents, the lights, camera, actions, whatever you want from that situation. And so I guess to sum it all up, I would just say what I got the acting bug at 19. And then I just decided to just go full throttle with it. And then, since I know that you can tap into um different realms of it, I really love daytime. Like, I love being, on a panel on a talk show. I didn't know I would
Yeah.
like, I'm
Yeah.
an introvert. It's crazy that I'm an introvert, but I love acting, or I love being on TV. But I didn't know that it can go in different realms. And so, yeah, that's what made me want to do that. Was I got the acting book, I fell in love with it, and I just took it just became a passion of mine, and I really do love it. To this day, I still love it. I love all things entertainment, and I love that. I love it.
Yeah, and you're amazing at it too.
You are too. I love your video.
Thank you.
I love your videos. I love just seeing when you come on my screen. I'd be like, "That's Jenny," and I love it keeps me.
You make me blush over here. But no, but
I,
like I'm so proud of you though too. Like you've done so, like you were talking about like daytime. I can't talk
me,
daytime TV. You've done like so many amazing things. I mean, there's been so many amazing things that you've been on, and with acting, like to be able to, because people can say, "Hey, I want to be an actor," right? But not really try to like put themselves out there or work hard to get there. But you've been on like really popular shows. Like you've done so many great things, and it's like that's what I think is cool. Is like the acting realm seems like really hard for people to get into, but like you said, if you push yourself, you don't have to have an agent or a manager. You can just go out there and make it yourself in a
oh,
sense by just being you.
oh, absolutely. Because I don't even have an agent. Like,
Yeah.
I don't have an agent. I don't have a manager. Now, I've had my times when I had my agent and I had a manager and all that, but I don't have an agent. I don't have a manager. It's just me, and just really building. Like, I have a small team where, I have someone that might say, "Hey, I want to do your PR, and I want to give you tips on how to promote your new book." And they did. They was like, "Hey,
Yeah.
YZ," or I have a small team. My grandfather, I have a person that my husband, Reggie, they kind of give me, I have an
Yeah.
acting, her name is Yvette. Um, just super amazing small, team, friends, family that just kind of helped me along the way. And then I have a notebook where I write down all my ideas, my scheduling, and then I just go. Like, I'm TTG, I'm trained to go. Like,
Yeah.
this is what, of course I pray about it first, because I've been offered opportunities that seem like it was good. And I'm like,
You're like, no.
no,
Your spirit didn't feel right about it, like
no,
taking that.
no,
Mm-hmm.
and then I was like, no, and then I have to call and be like, that'll be okay, but thank you though. And then they be
Yeah.
like, we'll double pay. And I'm like,
You're
no,
like, no. Because that's
no,
what's important too, is like taking things, like you just said that yourself, like taking parts and roles and opportunities or whatever that you feel called to take. Like, because say you're offered, like, even like, say me or you, whoever's watching, is offered like a spot in a big TV show, but their spirit feels like that's off. Like, they don't want that because they feel like it's not meant for them, or they feel weird about the part. Like, maybe they're getting something they're not comfortable with. It's
mhm,
really important to know like what you're gonna do and what you're not gonna do, and keep your morals intact, because
yeah,
like you don't want to compromise who you are or your morals, because it's easy to get lost in this acting industry, you
yeah,
know?
absolutely. And then it's just like, because it's a balance between living your life without regrets, but then also,
Mm-hmm.
jumping head first. And just before I would say, before a person would take any type of role, really pause and really just,
Mm-hmm.
is that something you really want to do? How is that going to benefit you? And if that role or that part or that opportunity 5 years from now, are you going to regret taking that particular opportunity? And if
Right.
it's then don't take it. But if it's a no and it's going to elevate you in some type of way, then take it.
Hmm.
Yeah, I love that, because I think that we can be offered all the things in life that we may think we want, but we have to pray about it to know, like, if that's what we actually want, and make sure we're not losing part of ourselves by taking something.
Absolutely. And two, what I had to learn in this business, in this industry, is they, just because they in that business don't mean they know everything. And
Right. It's true.
and it was a lot of things that I did do that I look back and I cringe now, like, yikes. Because, I was
Really?
yeah, like, for me, when I was much younger, I was a lingerie model. And I don't know if his pictures out there. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I was at one point.
Yeah.
I was a lingerie model and I did calendars and all that. But I don't think it was too risque. But and Reggie knows, he got one of my
Yeah.
calendars. So he like, like, he like, look at this picture of this calendar you was on. I was like, put it away. But at the time when we were dating, that's what I was into at the time. I would do calendars and cards and all that, and just bra and panties and heels, and that was it. My grandparents didn't know about that, but my parents did. But my dad didn't want to see it, so
Yeah,
But
he's like, no.
I know I'm good. But now it's kind of like I'm in a different season in my life. It's kind of like,
Yeah.
but it's not something I'm ashamed of. But it's just kind of like,
Yeah.
like, just kind of think like 5-10 years from now, am I gonna be on that journey? And if not, then you may not. But then it's kind of like a balance, because you do want to live too. You don't want to be so paralyzed with fear or what people are gonna think that you don't live. But
Right.
but if you did, but don't compromise your morals, because it's not that serious. Like, you're going to make it. It might take a little bit longer than someone who did compromise their morals, but it's okay. You'll still get there. And when you
Right.
get there, you'll enjoy it.
Yeah, that's true. And see,
Mm-hmm.
that's why I like that's why, like, it also means so much to me, the fact that, like, we're best friends, but you're also like a big sister to me, because I feel like you help me with that, like, knowing, like, what I should do, just helping lead the
Yeah.
way. You're making me cry, Natasha, stop it. Whenever you go, like, but you know what I mean, though? Like, I come to
I
you
do.
for advice, because, like, it
Yeah.
helps me so much, because I know that, say it's, and I know you come to me for advice too, but I'm just saying you give great advice, and I just appreciate that so much.
Oh, and it's like, I appreciate you so much. I really do, like, and I don't know if you have any more questions, because me and you, we can talk. We
Oh yeah,
can
I
talk.
got tons of questions, but we
Okay,
can talk for forever.
I know, but like, come on now, you guys.
No,
What's going
just you guys do you. Makes this stuff a lot easier.
Okay, this was one of my questions. This is a good question.
Okay.
And I love the advice you gave the actors, by the way. I think that was amazing. What is your favorite thing that you've done in the entertainment industry? And that could be your book, that could be your acting, it could be the daytime TV. Like, what is your most favorite project that you've done? It could be multiple things. If you are like have like 2 things that are your favorite, just what is something that you look back on and you're like, wow, that's my favorite thing that I've ever done.
I would say anything that I was afraid to do, that was my
I
favorite. So,
like that.
and because a lot of times we get so paralyzed with fear, we'll just not do anything at all. And I would name the podcast. I was very afraid to start my own podcast. I was just like, okay, I didn't go to school for journalism, so what is this?
Yeah, I get that though, because like and I'm proud of you for taking that step, because I think like that's a huge thing. Even with this podcast, it's like we just wanted to do it, and we were I don't know if Pluto was afraid, but I was kind of like, what am I going to ask? Like, what questions am I going to say? Especially for the first episode.
Mm-hmm.
But then it all just kind of ties together. I feel like it just kind of sets in motion. If it's meant to be, it just feels comfortable. It just feels right.
Yeah, whenever I run something like a podcast or even one of my streams, I dive into all the logistics and all that stuff, and then I don't think about actually doing it till right before. And even now, I still get nervous as hell before a stream. I'm like,
Do you really?
I don't think about the actual jumping on camera part until right before I'm going to jump on camera. So
But I don't see you as someone that gets nervous, though.
Me
I'm good
neither.
at faking it.
He need to teach classes on that, because he can really hide that, because I would have never thought he got nervous, but that's so dope he admitted that, because when anything that you start new, that you're like, whoa. And then I would say my favorite all-time favorite in the world. Honestly, my books, of course, but when I was a guest co-host on the talk, pinch
You
me.
killed that. That was
Oh,
amazing.
thank you. Pinch me. Pinch me. I watched that show all the time, and when they finally had auditions for guest co-hosts, it actually took me 3 auditions to get on, because the first one I think I didn't know about until last minute, and then they closed it, and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
and then the second time I sent it in, and then I didn't get a call back, and then that third time, it was just like, I was like, I already sent it in 2 times and they didn't call. But that very third time, they called me that Monday morning. And I was just like, yes, yes, I will come. And I told them that I'm a huge, huge, huge fan of the talk. And they was just like, okay, we'll bring you on. But that was my all-time favorite, because it was just like stepping out on faith and just really manifest,
Mm-hmm.
but like sending in that tape over and over and over, not giving up,
Yeah.
being that just being consistent, and that's what I would say. Just be consistent. If you build, they will come. You be
Mm-hmm.
your own big thing. You don't wait till somebody give you the claps or the applause. You be your own big thing. You make yourself big stuff. Don't
Yeah.
wait. Someone tells you, hey, like, people go on our social medias. That's the best thing that could have ever happened, is us having social media, because
Oh
now you
yeah.
post different your life. You can post whatever you want, and you can really like magnify what you have going on. And then you have different people in the business, different industries that you want to get into, that can actually just tap in and see what you're doing. You make yourself big stuff. You tell yourself every day, I live a stress-free life. I live
Mm-hmm.
life. I live a wonderful life. I live a carefree life. I love the life that I'm, even if you don't love the life right now, still tell yourself, I love the life that I'm living right
Yeah.
now. Really magnify that on your social media platforms, and people will find you. Your tribe and business opportunities will find you if you put it out there. If I put it out there, if we put it out there and on our social media platforms, and just really make ourselves big stuff. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I've learned that technique. um do you remember America's Next Top Model?
Yeah.
Do you remember the first? And oh, I feel so bad because I don't remember her name. And
Oh,
I
I
feel,
don't know.
but do you remember her name? Because I don't remember it. But I did tell her on her social media that and watch when we get through filming this is when I'm gonna
Yeah.
remember her name. But
Yeah. I don't
she,
remember either.
Her name was Adriana. She was
Oh, yeah.
the first winner, right? Okay, so when I was in LA, they did an interview on her. So fast forward, she was like, well, you just have to make your own self big stuff and popular. You have
I
to make
love
it
that.
popular, and you have to push what you have going on, and then people will believe you have something going on, and then people will call you and want to reach out to you. And that's when I was like, that's it.
I
I'm
love that.
I'm beating my head against the wall because I wasn't getting any auditions. I wasn't getting booked at the time. And I was like, okay, I'm doing everything right. I came all the way to LA. These headshots and all that, self-tape and all that. I'm like, what am I doing? And then it was like, but when she said it was like, aha. And that's when I was,
Yeah.
hey, you know what? Let me revamp. Let me start over, and let me start. But I really just love like that, like the influencer. Like, I just want to bring people into my life. I don't really put the pressure on myself anymore to do content creation anymore, because it was doing so much. It was so much pressure with that, and I don't have time for it no more like I used to. So now what I do is like, I just want to bring people in my life. So whenever I post, this is what I'm
Yeah.
doing. This, I want to bring people with me, kind of like
Yeah.
how the beginning, where it was just fun, where you could just kind of bring people. This is what I'm doing today. This is what I'm eating today. This is who I'm seeing today. That's kind of the vibe that I want to do now. So I'm sorry. Go
Yeah.
ahead with your questions. I feel
No,
like I'm just
no, no.
talking.
No. No, that's a perfect answer. No, I like when you go into depth about it, because I think like a lot of people watching, agree with that. Like I was nodding and being like, amen, agreeing with that, like everything you said that she said and how you want to bring people into your life, because I think that's, and about social media, because I think that's 100% true. I think especially with social media for, actors, for, influential people, for whatever you are, like a doctor, whatever career you have, and you bring people into your life and they see who you are. I think like it's so cool we have social media, because like you said, the right people can see you. You can get opportunities. You can also help other people just by posting on social media. And it's
Yes.
just so cool. You can connect with such amazing people that way. And it's just so cool that we have that.
Yes, absolutely. And I live a stress-free life. I actually received that. I wish that was mine, but no, actually received that affirmation, a declaration from my Instagram cousin Daniela. I actually got that from her. Like I say it every morning when I get up. I just vibe, I breathe, and I tell myself over and over, I live a stress-free life. And that's actually put me in a peaceful state of mind, because if you're dealing
Yeah.
with any anxiety or depression or anything like that, and I have both. I
Yeah.
deal with it, okay. Um, and I tell myself that over and over, and it jump starts my day. I'm like, okay, right. I live with, because what we tell ourselves is what we believe.
A
So
hundred percent.
if we tell ourselves, I have a messed up day and I have a messed up life, guess what?
You're gonna attract that in. Like affirmations are huge. Like I love that you got into that, because you're like me. I believe in affirmations. Like I try to tell myself every morning, like I'm gonna be successful. I am a success. I am talented. I am beautiful. Because you
Yeah.
gotta tell yourself those things,
Yes.
because you'll start training it in your head. Because
Mm-hmm.
it's so true. Like, and people don't realize that. Like when I hear people talk down about themselves, like there are some people that'll be like, I'm so fat, I'm so ugly, I'm so old, I'm so stupid, I'm so annoying. Like they shouldn't be saying that. Because
I
even if they're joking, it's putting
no,
that.
like when people come around me, because for one, it makes me uncomfortable, and then two, I
Me
tell
too.
them, like, don't talk about yourself like that. I know you,
Mhm.
but don't talk about yourself like that, because it's what you speak. You putting that out there. You putting that out there.
Exactly.
And now your brain is hearing you fat, you ugly, you this, that, and the third. And now you
Mhm.
feel like that, and now you're down because you feel like you fat, you ugly, you this, that, and the third. Instead of telling yourself, I'm beautiful, I am not fat, I am curvy. I am not broke, I am pre-rich.
Yes. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
tell myself every morning? You're gonna laugh about this. I tell myself every morning that I'm a fucking queen and I'm gonna go out there and
Part.
slay. Cause
That part.
you have to. Like, I'm a
you
queen, I'm gonna slay.
I'm a slut. I know that's right. That's what I'm talking about. Like
Mhm.
you got to, it's what you put out there. So what you speak is what you put out there. So
Mhm.
absolutely, absolutely.
It's
Y'all,
so true.
y'all can't hear
Oh,
no backwards, huh?
No.
no, you're perfect.
No,
You're perfect. Wait, why
good.
do I have my phone so far away? I can just hold it like this. You guys can't even see it. I was gonna okay, I have another question for you, because this is a
Okay.
big one. What do you hope to achieve in the next 5 years?
Honestly, I don't know.
And
Like
that's okay. That's okay.
it's like now with so much that happened to me in the past that has been so traumatic, I just live
Yeah.
day. I mean, I might have me some children maybe one day, whatever. I might have
You said,
whatever.
eh, whatever.
Yeah, well, if we have some little crumb snatchers, I'm game. But if not, I'm not tripping. But and I might have a house, a home of our own or something like that. But to me, I'm gonna be honest with you. I just really live day by day. Like I don't even focus on the 5, 10, 20 years, because
Mm-hmm.
let's just be honest, we might not even live long. So I don't even. Now it's just kind of like I just live day by day. Like I have like little short-term goals, and I just be like, okay, I want to be at peace, I want to be happy, I want to I want to have a path or a career that's going to help somebody, or I want to have a ministry I can serve, or I
Yeah.
but to be like, what are you going to do? I hate when jobs ask me that, like interview, like what do you
Mhm.
want to do 5, 10 years from now? I don't even know if I want this job. Like, why are
That
you
that
asking?
question's stupid at a
Yeah.
job too, because like you want us to say that we see us at this company in 5, 10
I
years. Like, that's just why even ask that? Like,
Yeah, yeah, no, I agree. Like for this, I was at, you guys know, but it's different. But for a
yeah,
job, I agree because like they asked me that at my job, and I'm thinking like, okay, if you want the honest answer, I'm gonna say I'm working this job until I become a big actress, and then I'm peacing out.
yeah,
Like,
I'm at this
but like,
job. I'm at this job to get a check. That's what I'm at this job for. Like, let's be honest.
I'm in this job, make some money. I don't really care about it. Like, let's just be honest. Let's just
yeah,
be real.
real.
I mean, especially with my field, like no one does fucking accounting or audit because they like it. I mean, if some people do, that's weird, but like it's a high paying field. That's what everyone's there for. It's a lot of money. That's all it is.
Yeah, like my boss asked me, that's so funny. And she was like, where do you see yourself in the company 3 years from now? And
The door.
I'm an actress, so I can act. So I was just like, I really want to grow in the company and really, and I'm thinking in my head, like, not here, duh.
Not
Like,
on somebody's stage, getting an award, like,
let's manifest that out there. Like, once I get an acting job, I'm peacing out. See, but it's
oh
like I don't get why jobs ask that question. I think
my God,
it's so stupid.
they stupid. Like I can't I can't even take it. Like, but no, I know why you were saying it, Jenny. I
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
Yeah, because people do have like they have short term goals and then they have long term goals, and it keeps you going when you do have a
Hmm.
goal, you do have a drive. So I do
Yeah.
know why you asked that, but it's just kind of like, oh,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I, and
I,
that's
I
okay.
I don't know what I'm gonna eat when I get off of here. Like I don't know.
But see, and that's okay though, because I feel like if I were to ask myself that question, I'd be like, I don't really have time limits for myself either. Cause like at the end of the day, I feel like whatever is gonna happen is meant to happen in our career life. Like it's nothing to rush. Like a long time ago, I used to have the goal that like I was gonna move out to LA and stay out there my whole life. And I moved back to Ohio because like at the time that just wasn't right for me. And look, I'm doing more now entertainment and acting here than I did when I was in LA. So I'm in a better mental headspace.
Me too. Me too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing more here in New Orleans. Well, I'm from Shreveport, Louisiana, but I'm doing more here in New Orleans than I was when I was in LA. Like I feel like LA was like a life training ground.
Hmm.
Like if
Mm-hmm.
LA, you can make it anywhere. And I feel like LA, I've met some great people that turned into family. It really changed me as a person, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, financially. Like it really changed me as a person for the better. Um, it's just LA was just that training. I feel like it was our training ground. And then it was like, okay, now go. Now the
Yeah.
things you learn now apply it. That's what I feel like Los Angeles was for us, for sure.
Hmm.
Yeah, definitely. And it's like if we love to visit out there. Like we would love to visit, like you said, and like hey, if I have another house out there someday, I'll have a house there. That's cool.
Me too.
Exactly. But I feel like when we were out there, we were both going through a lot of different things, with my sorry, Pluto, but like my past relationship, as
Oh,
you know about Tasha.
yes, girl. Yes. I was
Yeah.
so glad, Pluto girl. I was so glad when you met. Because I'm like, Lord, so who Pluto?
I know. Tasha's
I'm
like,
okay.
ooh. No, you're amazing. But also
Oh, she
like
is.
it was meant for us to meet like each other out there too. Like
Yes,
you said. Like,
it's true.
we grew family out there.
And you came into my life when it was really hard. Like it was really just adjusting to it all, and
Hmm.
just
Yeah.
and you came into my life, and I was just like, you actually had me to help me to believe in humanity again, because it was at a point,
Really?
yeah, because it was kind of like I just the circle that I was around, or the industry, or the situations that I was around, was kind of like selfishness, griminess, and it
Yeah.
kind of made me like, I don't really like this, and is everybody
Yeah.
like? So when you came, it was kind of like, oh, you do still have caring people here.
You're like, there are still caring people here.
I'm sorry if y'all saw me frown. I think hubby is talking his sleep. So I kind of like, is he
No,
talking?
you're
Yeah,
good.
you're good.
Okay. So I saw that frown like, wait, what? Hear him, so that's good.
No, you're good. But no, like I agree because like it was so crazy how we met too because we were both working at the Staples Center, during the Clippers and
Mhm.
the Lakers games, which was a really cool. It was a
Yeah.
cool job that we were there, but our boss wasn't very cool.
He
But
sure, she sure wasn't.
that's a whole another. That could be a whole nother podcast just about that woman in general.
Yeah.
But but like I think it's so cool, like how like God and the universe draw us to certain people and how we meet people.
Uh-huh.
The coolest thing ever.
And
But
the
sorry, Pluto. I'm
No, you're
rambling.
good.
No, I was just gonna say, because you know us, we can just talk.
Mhm.
I be want to make sure you get all your questions.
No,
Did you get?
I think we're good.
I
I mean, generally we never get all our questions done. That's just how the podcast
Okay.
itself goes. The questions
we
are a
usually get
template.
like half of
They
them
have
done.
Jenny has a bigger list than I do. I have like maybe 2 questions at this point because
Okay.
I know we're not going to get to them all anyway. There's no point. We
Yeah.
just talk and
I
then
guess
go
a
from
lot.
there.
Oh,
Well,
sorry.
Pluto.
babe.
I'm sorry, Pluto had some. I answer
No,
Pluto's.
I don't have any questions. We typically Jenny brings on guests and has questions for guests, and I chime in, or the vice versa. I'll bring on a guest and have questions, and then she chimes
Yeah,
in.
and
That's
then
kind of how the
yeah.
vibe of how we do it. So
Maybe
Okay.
you don't have any questions?
no, I think I'm good.
Okay, I was gonna ask Tasha this real quick. Can I ask one last question?
Yeah,
Or
we're just a few minutes over, so like we can
Oh,
do
we're
one.
over. Okay.
We can do one more than wrap.
Okay. What is your favorite thing about yourself?
Oh, that's a good one.
Thank you.
Good. That's a good one. Ooh, let me see. I love my personality. I love my bubbly,
Yeah.
love to have fun, love to dance type personality. Like no matter how tough it is, I love my optimism. Like no matter
Yeah.
how it is, I can always see the positive or the bright side. Like we can be getting ran over or something. I'd be like, it's okay, it's not gonna hurt as bad. Like
I love that about you too. I think that's a very good like kind of attitude to have in life, especially because you were saying like especially with this world like I hope this world lasts longer than 5 more years, but like with the world that we be living in, we never know what's gonna happen. We got all kinds of crazy things like I don't even know. Just this world's crazy. So like let's hope our world is alive for a while. But I get what you mean. Like we have to see the optimism even through the hard times it's been the past 3 years. It's like I've always still seen you be optimistic, always still seen you, trying to be like a light to other people. So it's like that's a huge thing. And that's a good thing to have. Cause some people, if they one thing happens and then they'll be like, oh, I hate today, I hate the world, but you're not like that. Like you always see the glass. It's half full, right? When you're
Half full, yeah.
half
okay.
full. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you helped us, Pluto. It's half full. So I think that is a good way to look at life.
That's amazing. Yeah, that's my favorite. That's if I would just that's my favorite thing about myself is like no matter what, I can always see like it's this is temporary. It's not gonna last long.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
So
like I think that's probably my favorite thing about you too. Like, well, that and also the fact that like you're very driven and like when you set your mind to something, you just don't stop. Like you make sure that you do it. That's a great quality to have too. I mean, those are just two of the things I love about you. I mean, clearly I love many things about you, but those are those are two of the things I love about you. But especially that with like how our world's been, there's been so many people that have been like losing it, in their mindset and like mental health's been very struggle. I mean, it still is a struggle, I'm sure for both of us too, but we
yeah.
always still like try to be optimistic about things.
I agree for sure. I
But yeah,
agree.
that's a good answer that you said because I think that is like I said, you have many great features and personality traits, but I feel like that is probably the main one.
Thank you, Jenny.
You're welcome.
You know,
I knew it was coming, dude.
Okay, well let's wrap this up before the two of you start crying on camera.
Okay.
But thanks for joining us, Tasha. Is there anything is there anything you have going on that you want to plug before we end? And then where can everyone find you on social media?
Oh yeah, plug all your stuff.
Okay, I will. First of all, thank you, Jenny. Thank you, Pluto, for having me. Definitely appreciate it. This was so much fun. We got to do it again.
Yes.
And I would say, let's see, plug. Okay, my new book is out. It is out. My ebook, Be You and Step Into Your Season, is on ebook right now, but we're working on the print edition and also the audio edition that's going to also have the journals available. My podcast, Hello World Podcast, is in all of your favorite podcast network. And yeah, I think that's it that I can think of. Just my podcast and my book. And if you need any insurance, life and health, I got you. And I think that's it.
And your social media handles.
Oh, okay, thank you. So you can follow me in all my social medias, Tasha Lynette. My TikTok, my Facebook, my YouTube, my Twitter. Is that it? Am I missing one? Facebook. Instagram. So my Facebook, my YouTube, my TikTok, my Twitter, my is it Pinterest?
Yeah, Pinterest.
Yeah.
Pinterest. So all of those, Tasha Lynette, Tasha with an O, instead of an A, Tosha Lynette, Tasha Lynette, all across the board. That's my social media.
And we'll also be linking Tasha's social media on the video too, like all of it, so you guys can find it. So it'll be linked in the description down there.
They're down there.
Down there.
Okay,
right
awesome.
down there.
And then as always, follow me and Jenny. I'm everywhere on social media at Pluto Claret, and Jenny is everywhere on social media at Just Being Jen. So keep an eye on there for anything we have coming up as well. But Tasha, thanks for stopping in and talking to the two of us. It was a great chat. A lot more free flowing. I think we just gassed each other up for the first half of the thing. So
that was fun.
That's good. That's
awesome.
good.
Yeah. Okay. But
Bye, guys.
that is all.
We
We will
love
see you guys next week.
Bye.